Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, will point to God. Big numbers, big numbers.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. The Lions offense and Matthew Stafford ready to go here. Stafford still a solid quarterback in his 11th season now, but the Lions still yet to win a playoff game under his guidance, and last year's mark of 6-10, the worst since 2012 for the Lions.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A carry now for McKissick. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Stafford looking downfield for Joe, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cowboys take the field, and the man leading them, Dak Prescott, who's been remarkably consistent through his first 3 NFL seasons. 23, 22, and 22 touchdown passes as he put together a 32-16 regular season record in those 3 years at the helm. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. Ended up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you'd think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. A first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down at Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now the defense for Dallas.
Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence had a big offseason getting his contract settled, but he's had big seasons on the field leading to that. Last 2 years, double-digit sacks. Also went to Pro Bowls in both of those seasons. The man they call Tank, absolutely relentless on the field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now Stafford. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week. And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level. Third and long, it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance. Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball. Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done. One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover. Big thanks to the defense. Gonna take a shot for Gallup, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable. Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch. Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. On third down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. We're going to 53. Check. Cross.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them. It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys. Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend? Yeah, do I ever. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. Throwing. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Prescott from the gun. Buying time to his left. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Austin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 2nd down, Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the... And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's our field. It's our field.
Here's Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. On first down, Stafford here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Prater for the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson.
We got this.
That Late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Complete to Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm and really think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, Prescott again. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's get off the field.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Prescott looks to throw on first. That's caught once again by Gallup. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Prescott to throw it. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Prescott now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. And they'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall this season to go instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
54 Mike. 3 buds.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A first down throw for Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've lost 9 straight coming into this affair, and they've told us time and time again they are tired of hearing about it. Good news, they've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson.
An eligible receiver downfield, offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing is Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Stafford now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Stafford delivers this to Hockenson.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's not going to get me. Here we go, 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
26, 44, Mike, 44, and 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Watch that in. Watch that in.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Here we go.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
46.
Prescott on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott yet again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 16. A little under 2.5 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Well, this is caught. It's Parker. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now it's the Cowboys' turn. Trailing in this one now. 1:11 to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 two-point conversion mixed in there as well. A first down throw for Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Hey, kill. 47.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this,
You know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Detroit, it's a win that's been a long time coming as they finally win one after 9 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.